Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Crypto Spaces. Bells, Billionaires, Bells Army, thank y'all so much for tuning in as always. Back with another update video for Bells. Hope y'all are doing great. Hope y'all are doing amazing. I know the market has been absolutely dreadful. I've gone through it, from ever since Q1. It's just been absolutely tough. Last year for me personally was great, but this year has been tough. But eventually things will turn around. You have to position yourself when it's tough. That's how that's how you make those gains in the future. You buy the fear. You buy when nobody's talking about it. You buy when everyone else is scared to buy. For example, you buy the lows on Bells, people thinking, oh, it might go to zero, and now we have Bells climbing back up again, right? So Bells sitting at 29 cents, sitting at $17.6 million in market cap, just under 600K in 24-hour trade volume. Make sure you guys go out as the community and spread the message. On CMC, you could leave comments, you could put the rocket ship on CoinGecko, you could get your tweets out, anything to spread the message as a community. Someone asks on Twitter, like someone tweets, hey, what's the next 100x project? You reply Bells, you send them a image or a meme of Bells, you let them know why, right? That's how we get it out there. That's how we grow the project. But so far we're doing pretty great. No questions asked, up 2x from the lows, and you can see it's just on a steady incline, double bottom pattern. Next stop, in my opinion, potentially is going to be 50 cents, and then eventually $1 for Bells, right? So if you are accumulating at the lows, you're in a great spot. But again, it's still very undervalued. So even DCAing into the project here is not a bad idea at all. Trust me, because $17 million in market cap could become 170 million, which is a 10x easily, and 1.7 billion, which is 100x. 1.7 billion from here is 100x, and that could happen like right away. Trust me, that is how fast these projects move, right? And I've seen it with my own eyes, especially last year. If you were in the space last year, you see it with your own eyes how fast projects start to move once they start to get that attention and awareness, right? From Nitty Dex, they are efficient, they're profitable, they are merged mining Bells, Litecoin, and Doge. We see Litecoin showing a lot of love to Bells. And again, I bet in the future, the Dogecoin community, once they notice, hey, this was made from the Dogecoin founder, Bells was made from the Dogecoin founder before Doge was even made. Without Bells, there'd be no Doge. Maybe I have to get some exposure to that. Who's to say eventually, we get Elon or some huge KOL to support Bells. That these things happen out of nowhere, right? Some of these, it's all in the charts. You see the charts first, you see what the charts are showing you, and then all of a sudden the news follows. So again, it's great that this is the technology that we have here. It's not just a meme. There's technology here with script merge mining for Bells, Litecoin, and Doge. From William, the Bells train is leaving without you. Remember the final halving this week. Nice pump so far, but still 125x to go. And you think he's crazy saying that 125x, that's too much, right? Let's take a look. Bells does a 125x from 17.6 million market cap. That's $2.2 billion in market cap. There's meme coins like Floki. Floki, for example, been around since the last cycle. It actually survived the previous bear market, which is great. That's great to see, right? There's a lot of projects that 99% won't do that. And Floki got to 2 billion in market cap. Let's go to compare market cap real quick. Let me show you guys. Like, what does Floki provide? Floki is just a narrative that it's Elon's pet dog, right? That is what Floki is. And look at how well it performed, right? So that's a 47x for Bells at the current price, which is $831 million in market cap for Floki. And the all-time high, which is a 200x. You see, Floki got to $2.8 billion in market cap. That's what Floki got to. Just off the narrative, oh, this is Elon Musk's dog. Obviously, the team of Floki does a ton of marketing and stuff like that. But, I think the community alone for Bells could, make that possible, make that happen by just making a ton of noise, people stepping up. There's brand ambassadors, leaders in the Bells community that make these things happen as time progresses, right? So yeah, no disrespect to Floki, because again, it survived the previous bear market, so it's probably going to survive the next. And they do a ton of marketing and do a lot of things like that. But the narrative, I remember when this came out, I never got into it, but I remember when it came out, it had a lot of rugs and stuff that happened, and you know, it did massively well. But it was just based off the narrative. Hey, Floki is the name of Elon Musk. Musk's dog, right? So Bells, being the first meme coin, technically the first meme coin ever to exist before Doge, made by the Dogecoin founder, is just a bigger narrative. It's just a bigger reason for it to make a move like this to $2.8 billion in market cap, in my opinion. From Crypto Noodle, Bells is looking so good right now. It is. From Koshik, chart is showing what's coming next. Double the bottom for Bells, and it's great to see. Good morning, Bells. Epoch 5 very close. Just a heads up, Bells need to pop up to about 160 to get back to 100 mil market cap. The ride for the is only the beginning for Bells. Do not fade the most performant member of the script trinity: Litecoin, Doge, and Bells. So it's just a few days next until the final epoch, so that's gonna be great as well. Bells is heavily undervalued. By the time you all realize, I'll be retired. Hey, and that's really what happens in this space, man. Once you're early to, you know, a great project, that's all it takes is one great project, and then that's it. Your life is changed, right? All it takes is one great project. You size in even $1,000, right? What is life-changing money for a lot of people? Some $1 million, some 200, 300,000. You size in properly, right? For example, Bells, you invest $1,800 right now. It goes to 2 billion, 3 billion market cap. That's gonna be 200-300K. For me, I would definitely say that is life-changing. That was something, you know, that could set you up great for the future, right? And it only takes $1,800. If you ever feel down about this space as well, just think to yourself, there's always new people that are gonna, you know, get into this space, and in that same year that they get into the space, they could make life-changing money from basically nothing, right? From $1,000 invested, $2,000 invested in a great project could make you life-changing gains, and that's really how it goes. You know, not to be you know, delusional, but I've seen it time and time again in this space, man. Especially last year, 2023, and you know, end of 2023 to 2024 was just crazy things going on constantly, you know. So I think this year we'll see the same thing, and if you're new to the space, this would be a great start for you. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me get your thoughts down below. As always, remember, none of this is financial advice, and to support the channel, if you want to support further, feel free to donate Bells to the wallet I have in the description. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.